And the Sigalame High School in Funyula, Busia County, has been closed indefinitely after the fourth fire incident in 2 terms happened Monday night. This becomes the fourth fire incident in the school since it was reopened this term. We understand that the students will remain home until investigations into the cause of the fire are concluded. The learners early Tuesday morning caused a fracas when they were chased away from the school. By the guards, injuring one of them in the process. Willie Lusige is there for us. Lusige, good afternoon. What do we know so far?
Has been closed definitely until further notice, because they have said they have to need more time to be able to do the investigations and then be able to compile a comprehensive report on what has been the cause of the 4 cases of arson in that school, because this is not the first time. This is the 4th incident, and this has happened within a short span of around 4 months, which you can term to as 1.5 term. And this has been linked to what has been termed as internal friction between the leadership of the school, the board of management, and what they're saying that the new principal who is in charge of that school has not been having good times with the board of management, and apart from that also a section of the teachers. When we spoke to the board of management, they said there's been issues to do with what they have called as cartels. In quote, they are saying that the new principal has been bringing on board people who have been supplying goods and services to the school, while the leadership that was previously there had also its own cartel, which is now kind of repulsing back. So it has been what has been termed not to be involving teachers, not to be involving learners actually, but between the leadership, which cuts across from the board of management, the teachers, and also the principal. Because even after the 3rd fire incident, the board of management hired private investigators who have been able to speak to them, and they have said that they have ruled out any involvement of learners in the 4 cases of arson in that school. And what they are doing now is try to calm down the situation, make sure that the learners are at home, and then after that they'll be finding a better solution on what the parents have said. They want the principal to be transferred, but if he will not be transferred, they will not bring back their children until changes happen in terms of the management of the school, because this is the 4th incident and they're not sure if their children will be safe if they come back to learn at Sigalame High School here in Funyula in the county of Busia. Brenda.
All right, Lusige, I mean, this is the 4th fire incident that has happened in the school, and, so far parents definitely will take care of the cost of the fire incident in terms of destruction of property. But what is the school saying about the first 3 fire incidences that have happened in that school?
As I had noted earlier, the board of management had hired private investigators because they are saying the DCI officers who are handling the previous 3 cases were not delivering as per their mandate, because they are still waiting for the report from the DCI, who have promised for the 3 cases that they are still investigating, compiling their report. That is what forced the board of management to hire private investigators who have already completed their investigation. They were able to table the report a few weeks ago, but because of these other incident now, they will also be continuing the investigation. So they are saying this is a case that they have totally ruled out any possibility of learners being involved, but what they think outsiders who live nearby the school have been playing part in those cases of the fire, and they have been also doing that on behalf of someone within the school, either from the wrangles that I've talked about, which are regard into procurement, but the bigger burden has been being carried by the parents, who have all in those 3 cases been forced to pay for the reconstruction of those buildings that were destroyed. And that's why you're seeing the parents saying they will not be allowing their children to go back to that school. They will not be taking the burden of paying back for the losses that have happened, while they know that most probably their learners have not been involved. That's why they are calling on the Ministry of Education, they are calling on TSC, which they had already written a number of letters previously calling for the transfer of the principal of the school and also the deputy principal, but no action has been taken. So we'll be giving time for the Ministry of Education and TSC to see what also on their side they will be doing to solve the increasing number of cases at Sigalame High School here in Funyula.
It's really Lusige, my colleague, reporting for us what has been happening in Busia County, that is in Sigalame High School in Funyula, another fire incident.